Oh my god. Oh my god. I think I speak for everybody when I say, no way, dude. No way. The Vancouver Canucks end up beating the Toronto Maple Leafs 3-2 in overtime after being down 2-0 in the game, after losing out on Alex Edler, and after pretty much defying all fate and getting what was a probable Toronto goal in the last minute of the third period taken away. Bo Horvat had a mission tonight. Bo Horvat, 2 days ago, said to the media that this team is going to go out there to win. This team is going to compete. This team is going to do what they can to actually try and convert. And it's not going to be easy. It's going to be difficult. But the mental fortitude of the Vancouver Canucks, after missing out on 3 weeks and being taken out with a serious illness, coming back with not even a full healthy roster, this team was going to go out there and give the Maple Leafs a fight. Despite the fact that they had no Demko. It was Holtby coming in here today. Braden Holtby, whom a lot of Canucks fans would say has not been as good as Thatcher Demko this season in its entirety, coming out here as the starter for a Maple Leafs team that is getting Nylander back. They have their guys. They've been on a roll. Earlier, not as of late, I mean, they've been losing a few games recently, but earlier on, you know, Toronto was one of the better teams in the NHL, and they were in that position for a reason. So playing off against a Vancouver team that was beaten down by illness and coming back for their first game in 3 weeks, oh my goodness, Bo Horvat came out here and proved everybody right. So, the final score, as we noted, it is 3-2 Vancouver in overtime. And, you know, I was really surprised by this one. I was kind of thinking that the Canucks were going to lose, just like I think everybody else was kind of thinking the Canucks were going to lose, because, come on, they're coming off of 3 weeks. Even the guys who weren't sick, they hadn't played for 3 weeks, so they're going to be a little bit tired. We saw JT Miller early on in the game kind of huffing and puffing after a few shifts, and he didn't even get sick. So the time spent off is important, and you can definitely see the effects of some of that on these players here today. But the Vancouver Canucks started this one off, honestly, pretty nicely. They looked really sharp off the opening draw, with a few really good chances, but that really didn't last long, because Ilya Mikheyev almost got a goal by cutting wide on Guillaume Brisebois, who's coming in here. Yeah, that Guillaume Brisebois, former Laval Rocket guy over there. And eventually it's Jimmy Vesey, who has a pass that, oh my goodness, it went to his old team. Okay, it bounced off of the Canuck guy. John Tavares picked it up. He sent it over to Nylander, brand new, back in the action, who walks in, and he scores. It's 1-0 Toronto. Nylander from Tavares and Jimmy Vesey. And the Maple Leafs kind of just did what they wanted after that. The Matthews line started going to work, and the Canucks looked really under siege. The Leafs' power play was really good. Galchenyuk had a great play out in front, but the Spezza shot went off the post and off the leg of Braden Holtby. The Canucks, though, start hanging on a little bit afterwards as we go 6 minutes without a whistle in the first period. Thornton and Marner specifically setting up some really good plays in the offensive zone. The Canucks had some offensive themselves, though, mostly Brock Boeser shots, and the period ends off 1-0 in what was honestly a period that I thought the Canucks looked a lot better in than I thought they would. A lot of that had to do with Braden Holtby, yes, but still, the Canucks honestly were not terrible, and that, coming out of a team that had been sidelined for the amount of time that they were, was all that we could really ask for, wasn't it? And so, heading into the second period, we had ourselves a Bo Horvat breakaway that went wide, and the Leafs bouncing back with some chances of their own. Nick Robertson almost had a goal, but Alex Edler swiped it away on the goal line beforehand. We also had a really good offensive shift from none other than Guillaume Brisebois and Jalen Chatfield. These guys doing some really good cycling on the blue line of the Leafs zone, but eventually the play results in a Vancouver minor penalty, and this one is ugly. The Canucks have a brutal shift on the Leafs power play. The Canucks kill it off, but eventually it's Alex Edler who stays out there for like 3 minutes. The Leafs get a change or two underway on the offensive zone opportunities, and a few seconds later it's Zach Hyman trying to break into the Canucks zone. Alex Edler still out there for 3 minutes, and Edler ends up doing a reactionary play that sticks the leg out, and he clips Hyman, and it's a knee on knee. And Edler gets a game misconduct. Hyman taken out of the game because, darn, that was a very straightforward knee-on-knee collision. Edler, man, you can't do that. That was really bad. I know he was out there for 3 minutes straight. I know he was dead tired, and I know it was reactionary. Yes, those can all be true, but still, at the end of the day, you can't do that, man. Now, I know some people will talk about how Edler has done the knee-on-knee thing before, but the last time I remember this happening, it was like, what, 2012, 2013 in the World Championships, like 7 or 8 years ago? And with the fact that Edler is literally one of the biggest veterans on the Canucks right now, he's not really the kind of guy that does stuff like this. I was really surprised to see it happen, but still, you can't do that. The 5-minute major that ensued afterwards, yeah, that's justifiable. And the game misconduct, yeah, that's justifiable. And the Vancouver Canucks end up going shorthanded for 5 minutes straight. And Braden Holtby looks really good. Oh my gosh, Braden Holtby, where has this guy been the entire year? Auston Matthews eventually gets a goal with 19 seconds left in the 5-minute major, which tells you all you need to know about the Toronto Maple Leafs and their power play struggles. That they had 4 minutes and 41 seconds of a power play and they couldn't get one to go. But eventually they do. Okay, it's 2-0 Toronto. And I'm kind of thinking, okay, you know what? The Canucks battled really hard. They were still in this one for a long time. I mean, they're still technically in it right now, but come on. It's a 2-goal lead off of a team that has been sidelined for the amount of time that they had. And eventually, it's Chatfield who gets turned around at the Leafs blue line, and I'm like, okay, that's going to be the dagger. As Matthews comes in the other way, he's got some room. But eventually, Hoglander, he steals it away. Hoglander over to Horvat, who comes in the fast break. He shoots and he scores. Oh my gosh, it's 2-1. The Vancouver Canucks end up getting a goal here. Captain Bo Horvat stays true to his word, and he does what he said he was going to do. Play with heart, play with some determination, and score some goals on Jack Campbell. The Canucks end up ragging the puck at their own zone at the end of the second period. They almost get a chance, but VC couldn't pull the trigger, and the second period ends off 2-1 Toronto. And I'm kind of thinking, you know, it is Toronto we're playing here. Even though I don't think the Canucks are going to win this one, because it's Toronto and because we know how ill-fated the Toronto Maple Leafs seem to be when the hockey gods write the scripts of what is going to be the eventual hockey games that go on. Will we see a Vancouver Canucks chance here? And the third period, oh man, the third period was crazy to start things off. Ilya Mikheyev at a point-blank one-timer stopped by Braden Holtby. The Canucks had a 3-on-1 with Antoine Roussel that got flubbed up. JT Miller with the give-and-go to Boeser had a chance in front. It was tied up by Jack Campbell's stick. We also had Nick Robertson, a one-timer deflected out too far. Mitch Marner had a short-handed breakaway that couldn't go through. Braden Holtby with the save of the night, poking the puck up and kicking it with the around-the-world with the second follow-through up afterwards. Give it a few minutes, though, and Bo Horvat sends it over to Jalen Chatfield on the left side. He's got a man in front. It's Hoglander. The backdoor pass. Hoglander, 1 tap, 2 taps. It's in. Auston Matthews had been so hard on Hoglander the entire night with the active stick, stealing the puck away on the boards, etc. But now, this time, he's a little bit late. Not quick enough to steal it away from Hoglander right in front, who ends up tying the game 2-2. Chatfield's first NHL point, and it's 2-2. The Vancouver Canucks almost get a chance afterwards. It was Hawryluk who tips the puck off the crossbar. That one almost went in. Almost was 3-2 Vancouver. And then we had another chance out in front where Matthews hit the post on the other side. Braden Holtby has to get the rebound. He attaches himself over to the post as the puck is kind of behind him. He swings the left arm behind and presses it to the post as well. The Maple Leafs seriously almost score with like 10 seconds left, and honestly, in my heart, I believe they did. It's just because Braden Holtby kind of really crumpled himself up on the post. It blocked off all the camera angles, and even though it looked like Marner or Matthews or whoever it was scored, because there was no conclusive video evidence, it stayed no goal. And Braden Holtby, even though he had himself a few really good saves, that probably was the most MVP clutch moment of the entire night. And so we head into overtime, and the Vancouver Canucks keep ragging it a little bit more. They get possession right off the draw. Miller with a chance, that one doesn't go through. Eventually, though, Matthews breaks his stick, and Morgan Rielly takes the puck back. He's got some room. He's got some time for Matthews to go to the bench and get a stick back. But what does Rielly do? Oh, he ices it. Morgan Rielly ices it. It looked like he was trying to set up Matthews while Matthews was going to the bench, Sidney Crosby style. But no, it goes right by him. It was going to be icing. But Braden Holtby, the smart, aware play, what does he do? Does he want an icing call? A 50-50 chance for the Canucks to win a face-off in the offensive zone? No, he'll take it back. He'll send it over to the guy, and eventually the Canucks do a little give and go. Myers circles back into the neutral zone. He played half an hour tonight out there. Myers, man, what a clutch game from this guy. After going back to the neutral zone, he sets up Bo Horvat, who comes in, he shoots, it's off the arm of Campbell, and in. The Vancouver Canucks win this one 3-2 after the Maple Leafs probably should have won it if there were any other camera angles that Braden Holtby didn't cover. But seriously, they lost. Oh my goodness, no way. No way did a Vancouver Canucks team that was sidelined for so long end up winning this game. And the post-game interviews were kind of funny too. Bo Horvat kind of shoving it in the face of everybody who said that the Canucks were not going to be able to compete. Yeah, no, they did, and they won. Toronto played a really good game here as well. It's just they ran into Braden Holtby of all people. Where was this Braden Holtby the rest of the year, dude? Quinn Hughes' post-game interview was crazy too. The guy was like, yeah, I don't know what was going on Twitter, but I wasn't on an IV. I just find it really funny how he had to single that out, say, yeah, no, I wasn't on an IV, guys. I was a lot better than that. So, Quinn Hughes, the guy played a really good game as well. He looked as lethal as Quinn Hughes has looked. Edler, he had some really good reads. Of course, the Hyman thing absolutely sucks. You can't do that. We hope for the best for Zach Hyman and his health. But the Toronto Maple Leafs end up losing what is another one. Jack Campbell, those 11 or 12 straight wins in a row. Not holding him up here, man. He gets out-goalied by Braden Holtby. The last goal, he definitely would like to have that one back. But ultimately, dude, the Vancouver Canucks take a glorious 2 points here, and I honestly can't believe it. Talk to me in the comments what you thought about this game here. Canucks versus Leafs, April 18th, Sunday, 2021. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.